everybody. Welcome to this afternoon or this evening's edition of the Maximum Overdrive 3G. I am your host, Maximum Black, and I'm joined by the ladies of the E Nation, the Thunder Princess, and the Lady Knight, who's always with me by my side. And we're going to be discussing this is a three table discussion. Like I said, the ladies are with me, and we're all three of us are going to discuss these two topics. One is, excuse me, mothers who are jealous of their daughters. And because of that jealousy, they may be putting their daughters in harm's way or turning a blind eye to their daughters being in trouble or not believing their daughters when their daughters are complaining about acts of rape or molestation. And another topic we'll be talking about, which would be real interesting, will be weak men who seem to be attracted to dominating type women or controlling type women. And we'll flip it around. Do some women prefer weak men because they want to be in the driver's seat? They want to control those type of men. They want to dominate those men. So do women prefer a relationship, especially today when you have so many black males who are effeminate and weak? So it would seem fitting that a black woman will engage in a relationship to where she is the breadwinner or she wear the pants. Well, nowadays she ain't even got to wear pants. She can continue to wear a skirt because he's wearing a skirt too. So where she's wearing the skirt and she's in control of things. So we're going to discuss that, okay? And so to get the show on the road, I'm going to introduce the ladies of the E Nation. First and foremost, my partner in crime, my ace boon coon, and I do not mean coon. The Lady Knight, how are you?
All
Come on
right,
from you.
all right.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
How's the weather down there in Louisiana?
Well, so far it's sunny today. Hopefully dry up all that water and them kids can burn that energy outside.
All right, all right. You ready to get into these two topics?
Yes.
All right, okay. You got some articles for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and next up, we're going to introduce the Thunder Princess, who has her own show, Team Black Star. I have become off mute. Welcome to the Maximum Overdrive. This is the first time you did a Maximum Overdrive with me and the Lady Knights. So welcome to the Overdrive.
Right. Oh,
Um,
thank you, Black
so the
Boy.
right, so the Thunder Princess. This is her first time, so let's bear with her. She doesn't know how the Overdrive is done, so she's just going to follow along with us. She's hailing all the way from Ghana, Africa. Matter of fact, we were just having a nice discussion in the back chat about home remedies and where they really come from. They do come out of Africa, so we might have an interesting Team Black Star show on herbal remedies and what their origin were. Um, Abby, are you ready to get into these two topics with us?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, everybody, let's get it on the road. So, first up, let's talk about these black, mothers. Well, we only talk about black people.
Hmm.
Okay, so when we talk about mothers, we're talking about black mothers. We're not concerned with what is that?
I have no idea. I thought that was coming from you.
Sorry, I think that's my phone, so I muted.
Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. Anyway, when we talk about people here, we're only talking about black people. Okay, we're a pro-black channel. We're not interested in what other people are doing, non-black people are doing. Not that we hate non-black people. We're only interested in what our people are doing. So when we talk about mothers, we're definitely talking about black mothers. So we did come across some disturbing things that we want to talk about. Some mothers seem to be jealous of their daughters, and for all kinds of reasons. I mean, this is a discussion that most people don't want to have. But in order for us to get ourselves corrected as black people, we need to ask ourselves the tough questions, and we got to have the tough conversations. So, name, what's the first article you want to tackle?
Okay, okay, the first article, Black mothers and their subtle hatred for their daughters.
All right, read on.
All right, all right. This person wrote this to another person. Can I just criticize black mothers today and say I think it's really interesting how hypocritical many of you are? When you find out your teenage daughter is having sex by her own consent and terms, you beat her. You beat her harshly. You call her a slut or a hoe. You embarrass her, you punish her, and you make her stay secluded. You hate the idea of your teenage daughter ever having autonomy of her own body.
Okay, now stop right there. Stop,
Mhm.
stop. All right, I want you to read it again, right? But I want you to stop at the end there. No, don't go all the way. Don't read the whole thing. I want you to stop when this person finished listing all of the things, because then we're going to talk about it. Because I'm going to bring up something very interesting. Remember, I thought this was another. Well, we'll talk about it, but read the list and then stop at the.
Okay.
Okay, so we can discuss it. And Abby, get ready to get involved, because once she's done, I'm going to come directly to you first. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So be listening. Go ahead, Dane. Start it again. Just from that part where he's talking about being where
A
the
hip-
author's talking about being hypocritical. Go ahead.
okay. Really interesting how hypocritical many of you are. When you find out your teenage daughter is having sex by her own consent and terms, you beat her. You beat her harshly. You call her a slut or a hoe. You embarrass her. You punish her. You make her stay secluded. You hate the idea of your teenage daughter ever having autonomy of her own body.
Okay, you want to stop right there, or or is there more she's gonna?
There's more, but I'm gonna do this one last thing. You hate the
Uh-huh.
fact that your teenage daughter is discovering her femininity and sexuality.
Okay. All right. So Abby, let me come to you. Right? Are you there, Abby? What
Abena?
happened to Abby?
She's
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you hear what Dane was reading?
I'm here.
All right. So let me. Right. Okay. So let me start with you. Right. Now, when I
Okay.
first heard this, okay, I was shocked to know that the author wasn't who I thought it was. Now, when you hear this, to me, this sounds like a man is writing this. It sounds like somebody from the manosphere is writing this, like he's accusing black women of being jealous because their daughters are sexual or more sexy or may look better than them, okay? But now, I was shocked to know that the author of this is actually another black woman. What do you say to that?
Okay. For me, for here, I'm not seeing it that it's maybe some of the manifest are these people writing these articles. You see, we have some kind of mothers that when they see their daughters being having sex with maybe their husband or the man that if their daughter has sex with their boyfriend or their husband, they fight their daughters because of they being jealous of their daughters. They are not fighting them because he have sex with his man. or the daughter was young having sex with his father. And I hate it because you cannot be jealousy and stand on it to abuse your child. That is your child. You have to fight for the child, not you have to abuse the child having sex with your mom because you hate your daughter and you don't love her as you have to do. So you don't care
All right,
about
so
her giving.
all right, let me stop you for a minute. Okay, so you're saying that the mother is jealous of the daughter because the daughter is having sex with the father, or having sex with an older man, or having sex with a man that's supposed to be loyal to her. Is that what you're saying?
Right, right. That is it.
All right, now hold that thought. Let me bring the lady knight in here for a minute. Jane, come in here for a second.
Okay.
All right, so Abby's saying that the mother is jealous. Now I don't understand something. Now I've heard of this before, but not to this extent. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, our lady knight is under the weather, y'all. So please wish her well. Um, I've heard some of this before, but I never heard it taken to such an extent, to the point where the mother is jealous and and sees the daughter as competition. Is that what's going on? I mean, I'm a man. I really don't know. I'm not a woman. I'm just asking, like, because I've heard of this before, but it wasn't on. I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure if I took it seriously or I blew it off, or I can't remember exactly what it was. But I think I've heard of this years ago, but never really took it seriously. Is this worse off than I thought it was?
Okay. To be honest, it sounds like some man building up in the girl's mind, you know, that her mother's jealous of her um of her having sex. And it may be more likely it's a case of the mother is upset that that she's having sex and there's a possibility of a baby while she's still too young.
Okay, okay. Let me stop you there. Abby, come on back in here for a second. Come on back in here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so is it the mother is upset because she think a baby is coming, or is she upset because the child is having sex? I'm
For
sorry.
me, I don't
Is she upset?
see it
Wait
that
a minute.
way.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't
Wait a
see
minute.
that the
Wait a minute.
mother
Wait a
is
minute.
upset of babies
Wait a
coming.
minute. Wait a minute. Let me word it again. I'm sorry. I'm a little under the weather, people. I'm a little slow today. So, is the mother upset at the daughter having sex because she feels that sooner or later she's going to get pregnant?
No.
Okay, so then where's the jealousy coming from?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I answered that question. I give you wrong answer because sorry. Okay. This is the way the jealousy is coming from. It's coming from where you see he feel like, okay, I'm sharing one thing with my daughter, like the thing I supposed to have, and now my daughter is
Okay,
sharing with me.
okay. Now, how old are these daughters are we talking about now? How old are these
Okay, we
daughters?
are talking about someone who is 17 years.
17 years. Okay, so we know that young girls can be, in this country at least, can be well developed by the time they're 16 to 17. They look like little women. I mean, you see it out here. So, do the mothers see competition now because the daughter is looking like a young woman? I mean, I don't understand. I'm just confused about this because I'm blown away that a mother would even think about her daughter as any kind of competition. And why would the mother? Okay, if the mother is with a man, right, and then the daughter and that man end up having some kind of affair or relationship, how is the mother blaming the daughter? Is the mother saying, "Okay, you took my man"? Is that what's going on?
Right. They say you took my man. You want to have what I want to have. You see, you want to share what I supposed to have. You want to fight me because of what I'm having. That is some of the mothers what they say to their
They ain't
daughters.
jumping here. They ain't jumping here because I'm having a hard time. Why
Okay.
is the mother even looking at her daughter in any kind of competition? Shouldn't she be on the daughter's side? I mean, we're talking about.
Okay.
Uh huh.
That's if the daughter considered it that she consented to have sex with the guy. She feels she's old enough to give consent who she has sex with.
But okay, we
Hmm.
keep talking about. Okay, yeah, but the law is still. I guess they go by case basis, right? When the person is 17.
Yeah, some states is 16 um
Uh,
of to give consent. Some of them 17, and then there's a few. It got to be 18.
well, then I'm confused with the law because are you still a minor at 16 or 17?
You consider a
So so
minor,
so
but you can give consent or who you can have sex with at 16.
okay, that sounds like a pedophile law.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds like some white man pedophile stuff right there. That's a loophole
Mm-hmm.
if I ever seen one.
Yeah.
You're a minor, but you can give consent. If
Yeah.
that's the case, then what is the purpose of calling the person a minor
Right.
Mm-hmm.
or classifying the person that's a minor? I don't even make any damn. That's a pedophile loophole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right,
So
so huh?
unless he took her against her will, um, then then there's nothing much the mother can do. So
Well, right, we're not going to talk about it. We know that's obvious. Okay, taking a woman against her will, we know that's rape. We're going to keep that out. That's not what we're talking about. We already know the answers to that. What we're trying to get at is this jealousy thing and
okay,
why mothers are doing the unthinkable and seeing their own daughters as competition for men.
okay, it's okay. All right. A lot of daughters when they get 15, 16, they think they're grown. They start bucking their mom's rules and stuff like that. And the ultimate, kind of disrespect to your mother is to have sex with her man. You know, you wouldn't do it to your friend, but yet you're gonna do it to your own mama. You
Hmm.
know. So that means that she's trying to prove that I'm woman enough to take your man. There are some women that are like that. They believe that if you're woman enough, you can keep your man no matter what.
I wow, this is blowing me away.
So
I didn't know that mothers had that kind of competition with their daughters once their daughters reach a certain age. Now, granted, a lot of these young people, both boys and girls, they, when they get 17, 16, 17, they become big. Some of them grow up, and get developed really quick, so, but still, they are minors, and still, it's a mother daughter relationship. I don't understand how a mother can allow someone to break that relationship with a daughter. That's what I don't get.
As I was saying, it depends on what kind of relationship she has with her daughter and stuff like that. More often than not, is an argument over the daughter sneaking her boyfriend into the mother's house and having sex with the guy. But
Okay, so
if there's some kind of weird dysfunction going on, then um when they're getting into fighting, so you think you're grown and stuff like that, and she ain't grown enough to get her own job, get her own place or anything. So she figures she can get back at her mother the only way that she can, which
all
is
right, let's not go on the long thing. Okay, it's a back and forth type show.
oh,
Let's
okay.
let's let's get to our points quickly. So, Abby, let me bring you back in here. I talked about the mother daughter relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a man shouldn't come between that, regardless of the fact, right? Or are there circumstances where the mother and daughter relationship doesn't apply?
Please, can you repeat it again? It looks like I'm mixing
Yeah,
up.
yeah. The mother daughter relationship, from what I'm looking at on my end as a man, right? I didn't expect a man to be able to come between a mother and the daughter and break their relationship. I mean, shouldn't the mother maintain you know, a relationship with her daughter over a man?
Okay, I think the mother have to maintain a relationship with her daughter over a man because that is your blood and that is your own. Your daughter is your own. So you have to have a much relationship between you and your daughter.
Hmm. Okay, we got a comment already um, from Yvette W. She said she heard about mothers and daughters competing over men. She know a mother who has sex with her daughter's baby daddy. Wow.
Right.
So apparently this is not just, hey Dame, jump in here real quick. So apparently this is not just the daughters going after the mother's men. The mothers are going after the daughters' men too. I mean, man,
Yeah.
what's going on here? Wait, what's going on here, ladies?
Well, it's considered sick and pathetic if you're going after your daughter's man because but it has happened.
And
It's
so this
usually
is
the
what.
mother still trying to feel like she's still young. She still look good. That she can still draw the young dudes.
All right, ladies, let's go back to the article. Okay, Dane, pick up where you left off. Let's get some more info about where this author is going. Are you
Okay.
okay? Can you continue?
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. She goes. You hate all that, but when your daughter is molested or raped by a family member, or her dad, or your husband, or your male friend, or just a guy in general, where's your outrage against him?
Okay, read that one more time. Read that one more time. Okay, everybody go on mute but Dane. Abby, go on mute. I'm gonna go on mute too. Read that
Okay.
over again.
All right. Okay. You hate all that, but when your daughter is molested or raped by a family member, or her dad, or your husband, or your male friend, or just a guy in general, where is the outrage against him? You do
All right,
not.
let me come. All right,
Okay.
let me come back. Okay, let me come back in there. So basically, what this author is saying that there are women who won't take their daughter's word that they've been raped or that they've been molested simply because they see them they may have seen that daughter as competition. Is that where she's going with it?
Um. Uh. Pretty much, she's saying that you deny it happened to her. You tell it sucks. Tell her to suck it up for the sake of the family. You keep her abuser around. You don't report the sexual assault. You blame your daughter by telling her she shouldn't have been acting grown.
Okay, now Abby, come on in here for a minute. Let me know when you're in here.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, what do you think about the part where the mother is keeping the sexual abuser of her daughter around because she don't believe her daughter?
I don't believe that way. The mother have to do that. You have to believe your daughter because you have been staying with your daughter for a while or a long time before getting the man. So your daughter have to be the first person that you respect and you believe more than the man that you are living with.
Wow. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry, but Yvette is on fire right now with these comments. Okay, heck, this may be the comment of the day. Let me read it, and then you ladies, give me your thoughts on what Yvette is saying. She says, another situation. Okay, y'all go on mute till I'm finished reading. Okay. Yvette W says, another situation. I know a guy who had a girlfriend. When the girlfriend's daughter came of age, he broke her virginity and left the mother for the daughter. And come to think of it, he married the daughter. So, ladies, come back in. Give me your take on that.
Unfortunately, I've actually seen something similar to that happen.
Okay, give us a quick run over without getting into a long story because we want to get Abby in on this too.
Mhm. Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. He broke up with his girlfriend and started going with her daughter. Took her virginity. She ended up pregnant, and they ended up getting married.
And what did the mother do?
The mother couldn't do anything about it. She was mad for a long while, but she got
Okay, okay,
but she let it go.
Abby. Hold on a second. Abby, go on mute. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Sorry, y'all. We're having some difficulties. Dan, can you go on with the show, or you want us to stop and come and do it some other time? Because you seem to be under the weather. Can you push it through, or you want to shut it down?
I can push it through. I'm just gonna have to every now and then mute up so I can cough up, do some coughing.
Okay. We don't want to go on if you can't go on now. Okay. Your health is more important. We can always do the show some other time. Okay. So, wow, we got some powerful things unraveling here, man. And I'm being blown away. We got daughters. We got guys going after daughters, leaving the mothers. We got mothers going after baby daddies. We got daughters going after stepfathers. I mean, this is pretty wild, man. Like, I don't understand. Okay, from a man's point of view, I always thought a mother's relationship with her daughter is a sacred relationship. It's a strong bonded relationship that just couldn't be broken. You just couldn't break that relationship. But according to what we're listening to and we're starting to uncover, it seems like that bond isn't as strong as it should be in many cases. Ladies, y'all want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, it be happy in many cases though. You see, as soon as you being a mother, you have to know what or teach your daughter everything about men. Because some of the girls or some of the young girls doesn't know anything about how to live with men. But you being the mother, you have fallen into relationship before. So you know how men behave with girls in the house. You have to
Hmm.
sit your daughter down and teach her
All right,
all
let's.
those.
All right, okay. Let me cut you off. We don't want to get on long things, but I hear what you're saying. So, Dane, come on in for a minute here.
Uh-huh.
What do you respond to what Abby is saying? How do you feel about what she's saying? That the mother understands how men are and should be teaching her daughter how to deal with men rather than be interested in sleeping with the man her daughter's with.
Um, I think good mothers do that, but the question is, sometimes I think these women that are like this, they became mothers at a really young age, so they still in their minds a lot younger, and
Oh, so therein lies the problem.
yeah. So
Maturity.
mhm. So instead of they never learned it, so they don't teach it.
So maturity and inexperience is what's leading to these terrible decisions and the weakening of the bond between a mother and a daughter.
Mm, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, jump back into the article. Let's get some more of the article.
Okay. Okay. This person says, "I'm going to keep it real. A lot of black mothers are sick. A lot of black mothers subconsciously hate black girls."
Okay, stop. I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that. I don't like that. To me, that's just as bad as inciting violence towards black women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to make a statement like that, to me, that sounds like a victim. She may be speaking from a personal base. And mind you, people, when I first heard that, when Dane first read this article to me, I thought it was a sissy bim that wrote this article. Found out I was just half right. It was a sissy, but it was the sissy bim. It was a woman. That what blows me away about this whole article. This is a woman writing this stuff. And see, and I don't like what she just did. Exactly, her son. This is a manosphere stuff. I thought this is an actual woman writing this article, though. When Dane first read it to me in the back chat, I thought it was a sissy bim. I was like, okay, this is some old sissy bim nonsense. It turned the author was a woman. And I don't like what she just did right there. She's painting black women with a broad brush because she had an unfortunate incident, probably with her mother or stepmother. She's angry at all black women. To me, her mentality is no different than a manosphere mentality. Would you say so, Dame?
Yeah. I think
Hmm.
she let some manosphere dude get into her head. As I say, a lot of this sounds like stuff that
Oh,
men
ding,
say
ding,
to
ding,
get.
ding, 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 ding. Yvette strikes again.
Uh,
Older women can be bitter with their old I'm sorry. Older women can be bitter with their own lives and want their daughters to be miserable too. Abby, come in on that.
Okay.
Yvette says older women can be bitter with their own lives and want their daughters to be miserable too. What's your take on that?
Right. Right. Because the older women, what they have with their daughters, they teach them. So what he's saying is very right.
Mm-hmm.
We, well, yes, we the youngest one, we don't know how to be with our daughters or our children.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Dave, what's your take on what Yvette said?
Um, I think she could be right. You know, she wants to be miserable, but she don't want to be miserable by herself, so she's trying to drag the daughter along with her.
I must be some old fool because I grew up with five sisters who are now grown ass women.
Hmm.
I've never seen this. Well, I've seen my sisters get jealous of each other about some other stuff. Hair, fighting over hair rollers and bobby pins and stuff like that. Somebody wearing some. She just bought a new skirt. Um,
Yeah, sound like you're on the floor, Max. Well, yeah, I think as the dynamic of the relationship change, as the daughters become more and more grown, the relationship kind of change, and the mother wants to always have that authority of the mother, you know. Um, but as the daughter becomes more grown, she gotta look her as an equal. I didn't want to believe it neither, but my aunt told me how her grandma made fun of her mom because my stepfather, I mean, my grandfather was fooling around.
okay,
Hmm.
so let's not get into story mode. Okay,
I didn't get.
let's stay on topic. So yeah. So like I said, I'm sorry, I got knocked off temporarily. So I grew up with five sisters, and I mean I did see a little jealousy depending on if one sister liked a boy and the other sister tried to steal the boy before the other sister got to the boy. And I saw a competition like that, but I've never seen them once they had a boyfriend mess with each other's boyfriends. That I've never seen. They didn't do stuff like that. Okay.
Okay, but that's because they were raised right. Your mother was teaching them how to be mothers and wives and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but if you got someone who made a mistake, ended up with a child very young, trying to raise the child on their own, they're already young themselves, don't know too much what they're doing, and then they feel like, hey, all the stuff they should have been able to do as a kid, they couldn't because they had a baby.
I agree. I agree
Mhm.
to the extent. So Abby, come in here for a second. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay. So should a mother, okay, if she has more than one daughter, or okay, if she has more than one daughter, I guess it's kind of easy, right? If she has more than one daughter, should she be telling her daughters to stay away from each other's men? And if she only has one daughter, how does she get the same message across?
Okay. If you have one daughter, you have to tell your daughters the same, like the way you talk to the many of your daughters. You have to do the same message to the one of your daughter. That means you really care.
Okay, so you're saying, uh, okay, so is that multiple daughters? Is that more than one daughter?
Yeah,
Okay, so what does she tell just one daughter? What is a single daughter? How does she stop her daughter from going after her own
okay,
man?
okay. You have to sit your daughter down and tell your daughter, okay, this is the man. The man is for me. It doesn't belong to you. You have to find your own. If your age gets to where you have to find a man, just go and find your own. Don't come and fight with me or fight with my own. These are the things that you have to tell your daughter. Let us know that the man is belongs to you. It doesn't belong to her.
So, Dane, do you agree with that? Do you think that mothers should be forthcoming like that,
Yeah.
or is there another way to go about it?
Most of the mothers I know, they are forthcoming. Sometimes they in a group. I remember they told us that men will say anything to um get sex, and they would try to take advantage of young girls. You know, or there's this feature. There's gonna be a time when you and your friend are gonna like the same boy. You know, you got to establish boundaries. Once this is your friend's boyfriend, you don't go try to take him.
Okay,
You
you know
know.
what? That's interesting that you said that. Let's talk about that. There are
Mhm.
times where I want both of y'all takes on this. Okay, there's
Okay.
times where the girls may be interested in the same boy. So at that point, what is the mother teaching the girls? Or she's telling one girl to get there first, or first come first serve? What is she saying then? We'll go with Dame
But
first. Let
Mm.
Dame answer first.
Okay. Who? Okay. You're bound to like the same guy.
Right.
Uh.
If she got two daughters and reasonably close in age,
Mhm.
and they both like the same guy.
Okay. Okay. No man is worth fighting over. It does not look right. Women are not meant to be fighting over men. Let me see. Um, y'all can both kind of approach him and get to know him and let him make a choice. But once the choice is made, the other person got to back down. You know, he made the choice to choose your friend or whatever. Then you gotta back off. But if he's some type of guy, he's still telling you things and he's telling her things, then he's not the right type of guy and should have nothing to do with him. Cause he's trying to have both of y'all, and uh, that's not a good dude. Hmm.
Okay, I'm
yeah, but
Abby. Abby, what do you say? You got two daughters, are reasonably close in age, and they both like the same guy. What is the mother should do at that point?
okay. This is what the mother have to do. You have to tell them that hey, you have to find your own. Don't fight on your sister's man or don't fight on your little sister's man. You have to get your own. As a mother, when you give this information to your daughters, they are going to understand. So when the man is involving himself to the two, they will see that this man is not good and is not a good man. He just want to destroy our lives. So they are going to go away from the man. Yeah.
But what if the guy is not a guy that wants to do that? He's just a regular guy. He doesn't even know that these two girls are interested in him, right? but both of them are interested in him at the same time. So, do the mother let them compete for this man, or do she say, drop it because we don't want you to get into the habit of competing and fighting over men?
Yeah, the mother have to say to drop it because when the
Hmm.
mother leave it, they are going to fight over it.
Hmm.
Definitely, it's going to be a fight in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to
Hmm.
drop it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that will be the safe thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's gonna carry over into the house. Um. Ooh.
All right. All right. Let's get to the rest of the article then.
Okay. Um. Sometimes those that they just got to have a man. Sometimes those are the ones that do crazy things like sleep with their daughter's man.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But we can contribute that to the way they've been brought up, right?
Hmm.
If they've been brought up by an immature mother that didn't have the teachings, that's why we had that whole baby raising baby thing,
Hmm.
because this is what can happen. That's why we have to be careful of black women with weak men, because weak men are unfit to be fathers. And so when you're dealing with a weak man who's not going to help you raise that child, that can bring some kind of maturity to the situation, then you might end up with a baby raising a baby that have this kind of immature mentality.
Hmm.
So let's get back to the article.
Okay. 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 They have. Okay. Let's see. Um. Uh,
Now,
mhm.
go ahead.
They have daughters that they think they love, but they're extremely jealous of their daughter's youth and femininity, so they go through great measures to extinguish it. They will.
Okay, see right there, that sounds personal.
Yeah, it does.
Abby, does that sound personal to you?
Yes.
Sounds personal.
Right.
That sounds like she has some kind of issue with her mother, and now she's doing a manosphere.
Hmm.
This woman is doing a manosphere. Go ahead.
Hmm. Um, they won't let their daughter explore hair and makeup. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they won't let their daughter dress in nice clothing. Okay, and they
Okay,
won't let
so not exploring hair and makeup, that's got to be a personal issue.
personal issue.
Because my sisters had makeup, hair, wearing wigs, everything. It was lipstick all over the house. It was makeup everywhere. So that has to be a personal issue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in her situation, her mother was jealous of her and didn't allow her to do these things, and she built up such a strong resentment to it that she's angry with all black women. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be surprised at the end of the day that this woman is gay.
Mm.
I would be shocked if she wasn't gay. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, cause I know I know of mothers and daughters that actually hate each other, and they still do hair and makeup and wear nice
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah.
Hmm. They may get some critique about you dressing like a slut,
And
but
so if she's not letting her do hair and makeup, and she turns into a gay woman that dresses more like the butchy type ones, the really masculine ones, she can probably say, well, because my mother didn't let me explore my femininity and get into the hair and makeup. That's what it sounds like she's saying to me.
hmm.
You know. So go
Yeah.
on. This is interesting. Go on.
Won't let their daughter socialize and discover her sexuality in a healthy way.
See, again, you see that reeks of the LGBTQ community. Just the terms that are being used. Feminist type terms. You know, explore. This is a dead ringer for some feminist, information. Go ahead.
Okay, they go on to say this is not protection. It should not be confused as such. Because when it comes to destruction, somehow she suddenly has no problem sacrificing her daughter. She is willing to dismiss the pain of her daughter to protect men. Mm.
Yeah, there was something bad going on between her and her. Abby, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, I think there is something between in the okay, there is something bad in the mother's mind. Yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think the
there was
mother's
some.
thinking through.
Yeah, that sounded like some bad stuff that was going on between her and her mother.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You know, she sounded like she may have been abused by some men. The mother turned a blind eye simply because she probably wanted to be with a man.
Hmm.
I've heard of things like that.
Hmm.
You know, um, yeah, that's what it sounds like. She was a victim of that. So how much longer is this article?
Not too much longer.
All right, let's go on and power through it until we can get to the next one.
Okay. She is unbothered by sexual abuse committed on her daughter. She contributes to her daughter low self-esteem because she subconsciously feels she is in competition with her daughter. She
So
con-
basic, yeah, you
mhm,
don't have to finish. I think I got the gist of it. Basically, she wrote a roadmap to what happened to her in her life as a young girl.
mhm,
Especially when she said she's unbothered by the sexual abuse that's being suffered by her daughter.
mhm,
Okay, these are the things that happened to her, and she resent the hell out of her mother for it. And I don't know if her mother's still alive because that resentment is still running deep. Now it extends to black women, and the manosphere will probably love a woman like this in their ranks. Give me your final opinion on the article, then we're gonna move to the next one.
okay,
Abby,
okay.
give me. Hold on, then we'll let you go last. Abby, give me your final opinion on this article.
okay. What I'll say on this article is that you see, mothers, you have to be a mother to your daughter. Don't be jealous
Hmm.
of your daughter. It's your own blood. So be okay, be honest, be with her, love her like the way when you give her with a baby, you love her. That's all I would say. Mothers been loving your daughters.
Okay. Dane, what's your final synopsis on this
Okay.
article?
Well, I think that she has an issue with her mother, especially with her mother ignoring her pain and coddling her brother. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think um, she's taking a personal issue and making it about all black women, and it's not the case. Um, all black women. Hmm. I've
Yeah, and
seen,
I'm a.
mhm.
Go ahead.
And and it might be different aspects for different people. You know.
All right, and I'm gonna say that
Hmm.
I'm gonna agree with mostly what you just said and just add a little bit that this is definitely a woman that suffers some serious abuse
Okay.
and that she has a deep resentment because of it. It's a situation where every black woman is the woman that did this to her. So no matter what black woman she's talking about, she's always talking about her mother because she probably resents her mother, and hate her mother. Therefore, every black woman is just like her mother. So that's where we're going to close it out on that article. And when the dame is ready, we'll have the other article that we'll start on. And people, what we're talking about right now is, since if you're just tuning into the O Drive, we're talking about mothers who are jealous of their daughters. And we are uncovering some very interesting things. We're finding out about some of these behaviors and their origin. And we're trying to find out why that bond between a mother and daughter is being broken over and over and over again. And it's usually being broken over a man, not anything else. It most likely is being broken over a man. And in many cases, the man isn't the child's father.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Dave, you got the other article up?
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
watch you. Okay,
I think that that's usually happen is that there's a man manipulating a situation. Okay.
right. Well, I don't know about manipulating. I mean, you could just be standing there. Like, for example, if there are two women who wants to compete over him, that's not his fault.
Um. Okay, it's his fault if he's messing with the daughter. If you're involved with the mother, don't mess
Well,
with the
yeah,
daughter.
yeah. Well, we definitely that, definitely that.
Hmm.
But I don't know. This is a tricky one. What does he do if both of them are involved? No, both of them are interested.
Okay.
And the daughter, and listen, and the daughter is of legal age or old enough to be with him, as well as the mother.
Okay. Well, then the daughter cannot still be in the same household as her mother.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, if somebody walks into a room full of people, do you blame that person for 10 or 12 or even 20 people liking that person?
Okay, they're not responsible for somebody liking them. They're responsible
Hmm.
for how they react to it. If you're
Right. It's
involved with
like
the mother, don't get involved with the daughter.
it's like for example, right? A woman, we can't blame a woman for two men being interested in her at the same time.
Okay.
You know, I don't think you could blame a guy for two women being interested, but I see what you're saying. You definitely don't want to be the guy. Definitely don't want to be in the situation between the mother and the daughter.
Hmm.
That's a situation he should stay far away from.
Yeah.
So go on.
Then,
What's up with this next article?
okay, is your mother jealous of you? It,
All right,
it
read
asks,
on.
it asks us the question: do you have a strained relationship with your mother, but don't know why?
All right, let's stop right there, ladies. What is a strained relationship? Let's see if we can break this down for people who are listening. I'm gonna go first. Is a strained relationship between a mother and a daughter is something that the daughter can do nothing right, and the mother is constantly aggravated at whatever the daughter does, or the mother deems that the daughter doesn't listen, therefore she's aggravated by everything the daughter does, or the mother thinks that the daughter is careless and reckless, they're being aggravated by everything she does. What's your take on that?
From what I've seen of it, is all that and above.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Abby?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Okay.
what is a strained relationship? Like a relationship between a mother and daughter that is making the mother upset all the time or making the mother aggravated all the time.
No, both of them the same. Okay, it looks like okay.
Okay, they ain't read on.
Okay. Is she competing with you, treating you more like a rival than a daughter?
Hmm.
Okay. So, and here's some other questions. Is she uninterested in your life, rarely inquire about your career, your activity, and your kids?
Mm.
And another one, is she possessive of your dad, making it almost impossible for you and him to spend time alone together? And the final question, do you get a strong sense that she wants you to do well in life, but not too well? It goes on to say, if this dynamic sounds all too familiar, your mother may be jealous of you.
Abby,
Yeah, I'm here.
respond to that.
Please, then can you repeat the question?
Okay, okay. The first question is, do you have a strained relationship with your mother, but don't know why?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have. Yeah, I don't think I should have a strong relationship with my mother whilst I'm with his mom. No.
Yeah. Well, have you seen friends where their relationship with their moms are strained? You know, it's like they constantly under stress. They bumping heads all the time. They in a constant argument.
Oh, yeah, I've seen many. I've seen many of them. Yeah, I've seen many.
Yeah. Is she competing with you, treating you more like a rival than a daughter? Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
don't think of just you and your mom. Think about all your friends, people that you know. See how their relationships are with their mothers.
yeah, but you have to see your friend's own, and then you can compare to your mommy own. Yeah, sometimes you have to see it so that you can compare to your mother's own. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Is she uninterested in your life? Rarely inquire about your career, your activities, and your kids. Is is she possessive of your dad, making it almost impossible for you and him to spend time alone together?
Right. Yeah, you have to make it possible for you, love you, spend the time with you as you being her daughter. Yeah,
And
the mother have to find some love. Yeah.
and here's the final question: do you get a strong sense that she wants you to do well in life, but not too well?
Okay, I want her to be strong and be well in life. That because she's my mother, and if she also think I'm her daughter, then she have to also wish me well, so that I have to be strong in life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I had a friend who dealt with this with her mother a lot. Their relationship was toxic.
yeah, if your mother is alive, you see, the relationship have to be strong. As a mother and the daughter, there, how I see things, mother and a daughter, the relationship have to be high because when you be with your mama, some of the things that she'll be telling you or some of the things that she'll be talking to you makes you excited, makes you happy. Oh, okay, I have something. I have a I have someone who always give me advice. Some of the parents doesn't give their children's advice, doesn't give their daughter advice, and that is why we are having mothers being jealous with their children.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes you have to sit your daughter down and talk to her as a woman. Yeah,
Yeah. But some of these moms, they be so angry they can't talk to their daughters. It be
that's
toxic
the
and
problem.
angry.
So if you cannot talk to your daughter and she started to talking to your man, what do you think your man is going to do? He's going to fall in love with her more than you because he have the opportunity, he have the audacity to be talking to your man. Whilst you, the mother, instead of you to do that thing, you don't do it. You don't care about your daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, her mother seemed to be most um supportive when she's going through something bad in her life, you know. Like when she got married, she resented, you know, that her husband seemed to be supportive, you know, doing all kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
when
but
but she never, you know, said anything to her daughter until her husband started cheating on her, and then she was like, "Oh, I know how you feel. I went through that with your dad."
right,
Hmm.
right. You see, some of the things that you have to tell your daughter because she's your daughter and she's your everything. You have to explain some of the things that happen with you and your husband because or her dad. You have to explain it to your daughter so that she also will know what is going on in relationship or between a relationship. When she also find a man, she's not going to fall or be in the same shoes where you are. She's going to change. You see, sometimes I blame some of the mothers not being advisable for their children, not being there for their children or their daughters. They are just a mother, but they are not there for them their daughters. I will
Hmm.
say that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Now they got 5 reasons why a mother get jealous of her daughter. Now I don't know. Let's see. She's a narcissist or has narcissistic tendency. Okay. She's
Yeah,
in menopause or perimenopausal. Okay. She's possessed
right,
with your husband, your father. I definitely seen that one. She regret her unfulfilled dreams. Yep, I seen that. She blamed her daughter for her unfulfilled dream and for her husband cheating. Oh my goodness. If I hadn't seen her mom go off on her, I wouldn't have thought so. Okay. Yeah. She's emotionally absent. Her jealousy makes her cold. Hmm.
right,
Yeah. And I think she expected things from her daughter. Um, like her her daughter knew that her dad was cheating, but she didn't say anything to her mom because she didn't want to get caught in the middle of that.
right,
And she tried talking to her dad about stop doing that. So her mother resented her because she knew. Okay, they say here she's a narcissist. There are normal, natural reasons why the moms sometimes get jealous of their daughter. Narcissism is not one of them. Okay. Narcissism. There are normal, natural reasons why the moms sometimes get jealous of their daughter. Narcissism is not one of them. Okay. Narcissism, there are normal issues, but mom sometimes jealous of the dad. Narcissism is not one of them. Okay, Abner, you got me playing in the background.
Sorry.
Let's see. I think jealousy between mothers and daughters become more of an issue as mothers see themselves aging as their daughters flaunt their youth. Um, yeah, I think there's that strong possibility. I guess that's why they said they mention that she's perimenopausal because then that means she's no longer of childbearing age. She's considered. I guess you could say her body is telling her that um she's no longer young. While jealousy from narcissistic mothers is extreme and destructive, envy from menopausal moms is quite normal. It's difficult for some middle-aged women to undergo the change of life just as their daughters bloom into adulthood. It's understandable they may not convert a daughter's youth, vigor, and infinite prospects during this time. That they okay. I don't know. I have a couple of friends. They can't wait to be menopausal. Stop taking birth
Right.
control. Um, so
Yeah,
they're
but you have
looking
to
forward
advise
to
your daughter to
menopause.
stop taking those things.
But then again, they don't have daughters. They have sons.
Right.
Hmm. So
Yeah, but the
she,
sense also is the same. You have to talk to them. You have to know how to deal with your son as well. Because see, I see mothers being so special that you can control any child of yours. If she's a female or she's a male, whether you be the mother, you can control them. These children or these children haven't have any control upon you, but you rather have the control upon them.
mhm,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah, and yeah. I always figured there was something off whenever whenever there's jealousy between a mother and daughter. I know that I know
Yeah.
that they'd be trying to advise the younger women, hey, you're getting younger, you're getting older, um, and they start giving you more and more advice and stuff like that. There are mothers who don't embrace it.
Right. Yeah, because I know. Yeah, because I know parents always, or the mothers always call the young children or call the guests and say, "Hey, my daughter, this is what I want to tell you. I want to tell you when you start in adolescent stages, come and tell me, talk to me, let me know what is going on with you." You see, when your mother started all these things, kind of things, it lets you, the child, be understand with your mother. So if you having problem with your mama, you go forward. Mama, this is what I face it in school. This is what I see in school. Then you can do what and face it.
Hmm.
But because of the relationship that we don't have with our mothers, it's very difficult for us to go forward and tell our mama.
Yeah. So so if you I know a lot of girls say they have a toxic relationship with their mother. Their mother could never see anything positive in them, and sometimes they rebelled at a younger age. because their mothers calling them names, tell them they can't do anything right. So if damn if I, as one friend put, damn if I do, damn if I don't, I might as well just go ahead and do it. And so and that creates problems. But for the most part,
Right.
um, if the man in your mother's life shows too much interest in you, um, and you try to tell your mother, hey, he making me feel uncomfortable. He's watching me. He's peeping at me in the bathroom. But she's taking his side in the sense that that you're lying and that you just want him for yourself. Then she has an issue.
Yeah, right.
Sorry about that, lady. Sorry. Apparently, I'm a little under the weather myself, so fell victim to the Sandman there. So where are
Um,
we?
we coming to the end of mother's jealousy and you know were you worried
Hmm.
about a jealous mom? If so, what was the cause of her envy? Was it insecurity? She had low self esteem, and my accomplishment made her feel worse about herself. Menopause? Our relationship took a turn for the worse when mom got old and started regretting her life choices. Narcissism? She was jealous of me from day one because she always needed the spotlight shining on her.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, kind of caught me by surprise there. I didn't know these things were really going on between women and daughters. It's unfortunate, but I guess it'll take a deeper look down the line. We need to do some deeper research and see if we can find warning signs, flags, and patterns.
Hmm. But
Yeah.
sometimes men unknowingly trigger this. I've seen one where he spoiled his only daughter rotten, and while she was a kid, told her she didn't have to listen to her mother,
Hmm.
and she was a daddy's girl, and he could unknowingly be triggering jealousies between the mother and the daughter.
Now, why on earth would he do something like that?
Mm, I I think it was because he come from a long line of boys, and his daughter was the first girl ever.
So, so in his family, the boys didn't listen to the mother then.
No, the boys listened to the mother, but they never dealt with a daughter before. No daughters, no nieces, nothing. It's always been
So
nephews.
why would he tell his daughter to don't listen to his mother?
Don't
I'm
listen to her mother.
confused.
Okay. She was behaving badly,
Right, but
and
I want to stay on the fact that he came from a long line of boys.
mhm,
So those long line of boys were they told not to listen to their mother?
no, they were not told that.
And then what is he telling his daughter that for then?
We don't know
He,
why he was doing that.
I mean,
His
he
own
wasn't
mother
told that
said
as a. I mean, he himself wasn't told that as a young boy, right?
no, but he treats the girl differently from the boys. Boys, he's strict, no nonsense, straight to the point.
Well,
His
yeah, you're
baby
not
girl,
supposed to treat them the same.
yeah, but you're not supposed to spoil one over the other. In his
Well, good.
eyes, his baby girl could do no wrong.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
It's hard for fathers, loving fathers, not to spoil their daughters,
Hmm.
especially if she has several brothers and she's the only girl.
She's the only girl.
Yeah, I mean, spoiled is coming. I mean, it's hard for the
And
father not to spoil her.
mhm. Yeah, but when he went so far as to okay, when her mother was fussing at her, and he told her, you don't have to listen to your mother. I'm like, have you lost your mind? His own mother jumped on him about
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, now are we at the end of that article?
Uh huh.
All right. So what else you got? You got something on our next topic?
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Do you have an article on our next topic? Is what I'm saying.
No, I don't have an article on the next topic.
Okay. So what you was about to say?
Oh, that it didn't have an article on uh uh men being in a relationship where the woman is dominant.
Man, say it again.
All right, men being in relationships with men who are fine with their women being in charge.
Uh, Now, in my day, we would call that a guy. We would call that guy a punk.
Okay.
Yeah, like what you. Yeah, it's just unfortunate stuff. Let's move on to this next topic. You ready? Hello.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, we get ready to move on to another topic now. Now, this one also caught my interest in the back chat, and they was talking about how if the father is still alive or breathing, then things can be blamed on him. But if he's not around, things can easily be blamed on the daughter, and the mother could resent the daughter even to the point where putting her in harm's way. You agree with this or no?
Um, uh,
Yeah,
could you repeat that again?
I said that I'm talking about. I'm trying to remember what I'm talking about. I just said it too. I can't remember right now, but can you remember some of it?
Okay. Okay. All right. Men like this put their families in danger. Because they're not acting like men, so they're not being protectors.
Damn sure not. All right, let's get into the article. Oh no, you ain't got the article, right?
I don't have an article.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we're talking about men who like the fact of being dominated by women in a serious relationship. See, my point is this: once you get married, all contracts are off. All right. If you don't like the circumstances, don't get married. But men are always going to be, at least in the near future, on the losing end of these arguments. Just because women want their rights.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. It should avoid men that's okay with the woman being in control or the woman being in charge. Max,
Mm-hmm.
is that what you're
I'm,
saying?
I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
I said you're saying that we should not uh okay, should not get caught up with a man who's okay with the woman being in charge or being in the dominant position.
Interesting. So you're saying the man has effectively replaced himself with femininity. With femininity.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, I did come across an article what to expect when dating a strong black woman. Um, Max, it says realize that she'll need to do things her way. Max,
I'm listening.
okay, okay. They're saying that if he's gonna date a woman, a strong black woman, he need to realize she will need to do things her way. Strong black women aren't damsels in distress. We do not desire for our mates to rush to fulfill our every command. The essence, Max, the, ex- the essence of a strong black woman is to be independent. So, in order to love her, you must be comfortable allowing her to do certain things her way. That doesn't mean that she doesn't need you. It just means that, like you, she wants to tap into and use her divine appointed strengths. Allow her to, and she'll be more vulnerable with you than you ever imagine.
Hmm.
So, what do you say to that, Max?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Let's go to the uh,
Okay, Max, I think we should cut it short. Let's wrap it up.
okay.
Okay.
I want to
All
shut
right.
it down.
Okay. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We're gonna shut it down right now. Okay.
Yeah, we're just too out of it to continue. We'll do a part two to it where we promise we'll be more energetic and lively. We're just under the weather right now. We're having a hard time dealing with the health, overall health. We're just under the weather. So
Okay.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
Okay. Okay.